AskReddit by drawing awkwardly 1889. What is the lowest point of your life? Right now. Same here. Deleted. Just remember, this is not your life, just a temporary setback. Everyone has those. It's the death of my best friend. She died 3 weeks ago and I'm still trying to process it, and it still hurts like hell. My best friend died about 12 years ago and it still hurts. I'm so sorry for your loss. There's a play that I really like called Rabbit Hole that I think puts grief in the best terms I've heard. It's a weight that's seemingly impossible to move at first, but over time it gets smaller and smaller. It never quite goes away, but one day you'll find that you can put it in your pocket and forget about it. And every now and then you'll reach in, brush your hand against it, remember that it's there, and it'll sting a little but also be oddly warm. I also always liked Colbert's take on grief. https://yahoo.be/yb46h1 coic q simbtf job 0 eoirprf close bracket. When I was abusing oxycodone, Molly, Xanax, marijuana, codeine, nicotine, shrooms, and alcohol all at the same time. You made it through. Next month is 20 years since I had a very serious suicide attempt. Spent a week in the hospital recovering and still have arms full of scars from that night. My low point is the ward too. I really think that did more harm than good for me. It's not a place to get better. November 2023, when my mom passed away Thanksgiving week. I'm better day by day, but no means am I okay. Now that both of my parents have passed, I feel like there is a part of me that will always be an infinite sadness to it. Damn, my condolences to you. Know that mom watching over ya always and still and will forever be ya #1 fan. Watching so many helpless people die by the hands of a few people in power, and not being able to do anything to help or escape the media about death tolls. I've never felt more uneasy about the world. RN bro. Pregnancy. My daughter was beyond worth it, but that shit sucked. It was so hard. Here ya there. Had a few friends commit suicide at the same time I discovered what drugs are. A few months later, a drunk driving accident took another. A few months of mild peace, but I was so caught up in trying to heal my pain I couldn't enjoy it. Then another driving accident. Then a few more overdoses. Then another suicide. Now I have a bit of peace again, thankfully. I used to be homeless. And while I was homeless I was sad by a complete stranger in public, and ended up pregnant from the assault. I spent the entire pregnancy homeless, and I had no help. I got pushed down a flight of stairs one day while pregnant. It broke my toe but didn't lose the baby. I then was homeless, walking around all day every day on a broken toe too. I had the baby but gave it up for adoption because both of my parents had also just died within months of each other, at the same time as all this, and my whole family abandoned me, so I was alone, and felt that my child was better off someplace else. I'm not even sure how I'm still alive, but I am, and it's been years since then, and things are much better now. Sad that the only female comment was by a woman that was raped by some jerk that refused, was too mentally deranged to get DSOME freaking help, so you, I don't know, possibly kill someone. If you're at a low point right now, wanna start a group chat? We can get through this stuff together. I'm down. Honestly, I kinda just feel like my whole life has been a bigger lay low. Every now and then I get glimpses of what it feels like to be normal and semi-happy, but it never seems to last. Kinda just feels like I'm riding out life at this point, but maybe one day it'll get better. When I lost my mom 2 years ago. No one can replace her. Sending you peace and comfort. You are so very lucky to have had a loving mama. Vacation to the Mariana Trench. Now, my depression began affecting my work and it led me to almost make some permanent decisions. I try to stay strong by thinking it's temporary or that things will work out sooner rather than later. Please seek treatment. Depression is a silent killer. I have fought that black dog a fair amount of times, so I can say it gets better, and it's okay not to be okay. To aim, the worst part is the unasked positivity flood that try to invalidate how you are feeling. Stay strong. And go for a walk if you need a dopamine boost. I'm not sure that it is lowest, but last 2 years were pretty rough since invasion began. Random missile could easily evaporate you as if you were never existed. Statistically speaking, I'm pretty sure the lowest point of my life is yet to come. I'm 21 years old in a country where most women live to be older than 80, so I've got a few more decades to put under my belt before I can really tell you about my lowest point. I'll come back and edit this answer when I think I'm there. 4 years ago I was working an unhealthy amount, not taking care of my body, letting anxiety rule my life, feeling completely alone, and I began to have suicidal thoughts. It was a huge wake-up call to make some serious life changes. Yo, I feel for everyone that has posted. I myself have been through several of the same situations, and keep hope alive. Things will get better, and you have to take advantage of opportunities you may normally not give a thought to. Change is good when you're stuck in a bad situation. I am always working on becoming a better me, so I can be a better husband, father, friend, etc. I got wife and 4 kids, and I do whatever it takes to make things work. My last 2 years been extremely hard. I was in Mammoth Caves as a kid. That's pretty low. A few years ago I got laid off from my job and my ex broke up with me not long after that. I also realized my relationship with her was one-sided and she never had marriage as a goal. I was thousands of miles away from my friends and family at the time, so I felt even more alone. Very sorry to hear about these simultaneous challenges. Did you like the job? On the bright side, at least you won't have to waste any more time with a GF that was wasting your time to begin with. Going through some serious legal trouble, knowing that I'll never be able to provide my wife the life she wants to live. Albeit everything was on me, completely supporting her, etc. I've never felt more of a failure than knowing the mistakes I've caused cost my wife the life she wanted to live. Yes, she could have stepped up and it's not all on me, but that wasn't the point at the time. I guess I'm just not the man we both hoped for. I'm in it right now. The woman I love is married to someone else. I'm in a dead-end job I hate, and I'm in a hardcore addiction to porn. Right now. Homeless. No money. My family has mental illnesses and mom and dad are in mental hospitals, and I'm 27 getting asked to be reliable for a job in PAR when I don't even have a place to stay. The shelter program is insane. I like to appreciate the good things I get in life as it could get worse, but maybe this isn't a healthy situation to adapt to. I don't do drugs and never did. I just got unlucky. Prayers for anyone going through it. Please stay safe. Away from drugs. Don't know if you have a religion or mantra, but steadily follow it. This will pass.